हेलो गाइस, आप लोग कैसे हो। मैं अजीत प्रताप यादव आप लोगों के लिए नई वीडियो लेके आ गया। आज इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करूंगा क्लास 9th साइंस द फंडामेंटल यूनिट ऑफ लाइफ। इस चैप्टर को हम क्या क्वेश्चन और आंसर के बेस पे डिस्कस करेंगे। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट। इसमें पार्ट 1 बेसिक इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ सेल थियरिक्स का क्वेश्चन पहले लूंगा मैं। नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट। क्वेश्चन, हु डिस्कवर्ड द सेल्स एंड हाउ? Answer is Robert Hooke in 1665 discovered the cell. He observed a thin slice of cork under his self-made microscope and noticed compartment-like structure that reminded him of monk cells in a monastery. Who discovered the cells and how? Cell. He observed the thin slice of cork under the self-made microscope and noticed compartment-like structure that reminded him to monk cells in monastery. Question number 2. What was the book published by Robert Hooke? Micrographia. What was the book published by the Robert Hooke? Micrographia. Question number 3. Who discovered the living cell? Antonie von Leeuwenhoek. Question number 4. What is the cell theory? Who proposed it? Cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life. All new cells arise from pre-existing cells. It was proposed by Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann and later expanded by Rudolf Virchow. Question number 4. What is cell theory? Who proposed it? Answer is cell theory states that all living organisms are composed of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life. All cells arise from pre-existing cells. It was proposed by Matthias Schleiden and Theodor Schwann and later expanded by the Rudolf Virchow. Question number 5. Who stated that all the new cells come from the pre-existing cell? Rudolf Virchow. Question number 6. Who discovered the nucleus? Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. Question number 7. Define cell. A cell is the fundamental structure and functional unit of all living organisms. Question number 7. Define a cell. A cell is fundamental structure and functional unit of all living organisms. Question number 8. Why is the cell called fundamental unit of life? Answer is that it is called the fundamental unit of life because all life process, respiration, digestion, excretion, etc. are carried out by cells and it is the smallest entity that can be considered alive. Question number 8. Why is the cell called fundamental unit of life? Question number 8. Why is the cell called fundamental unit of life? Answer is that it is called the fundamental unit of life because all life process, respiration, digestion, excretion, etc. are carried out by the cells and it is the smallest entity that can be considered alive. Question number 9. What is the unicellular organism? Give an example. Answer. Organism made up of single cells that perform all life function. Example, amoeba, paramecium. Question number 9. What are unicellular organism? Give an example. Organism made up of a single cell that perform all life function. Example, amoeba, paramecium. Question number 9. What are the unicellular organism? Give an example. Organism made up of only a single cell that perform all life function. Example, amoeba and paramecium. Question number 10. What are multicellular organism? Give an example. What are the multicellular organism? Give an example. Answer. Organism made up of many cells that are specialized to perform different functions. Example, human, plant, animals. Now we will discuss part 2, cell size and structure based question. Now question number 1. What determines the shape of cell? Answer. The shape of cell is determined by its function. For example, nerve cells are long to conduct impulse. Muscle cells are spindle shaped for contraction and red blood cells are biconcave for more surface area. Question number 11. What determines the shape of the shell? The shape of cell determined by its function. For example, nerve cells are long to conduct impulse. Muscle cells are single spindle cells for contraction, and red blood cells are biconcave for more surface area. Question number 12. What is the size range of most cells? Most of the cells are microscopic, ranging from 0.1 to 0.5 micrometer in bacteria to few centimeter in some nerve cells. Question number 30. What is the largest cell in human body? The female ovum egg cells. What is the largest cell in the human body? The female ovum egg cells. Question number 40. What is the smallest cell? Mycoplasma gallisepticum, a type of bacteria. Question number 15. Why do cells have small size? Answer is the small size provide a large surface area to volume ratio which allow the efficient exchange of material like food, oxygen, waste between the cell and its environment. Why is cell have a small size? A small size provide a large surface area to the volume ratio which allow the efficient exchange of material like food, oxygen, waste between the cells and its environment. Question number 16. What are the three basic features of every cell? Plasma membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Plasma membrane, nucleus, and cytoplasm. Now we move to part 3, prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell based question. Question number 17. What are the two main types of cell? Prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Question number 17. What are the two main types of cell? Prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Question number 18. What is the main difference between a prokaryotic and eukaryotic? Prokaryotic cell lack a well-defined nucleus and membrane bound organelle, while eukaryotic cell have a well-defined nucleus and membrane bound organelles. Question number 18. What is the main difference between a prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell? Prokaryotic cells lack a well-defined nucleus and membrane bound organelles, while eukaryotic cells have a well-defined nucleus and membrane bound organelles. Question number 19. Give two examples of prokaryotic cell, bacteria and blue green algae cyanobacteria. Question number 10. Give two examples of eukaryotic cell, plant cell and animal cell. Question number 21. What is the nucleolide? Answer. The undefined nucleus region in a prokaryotic cell that contain the genetic material, a single circular DNA of molecules, is called nucleolide. What is a nucleolide? The undefined nuclear region in a prokaryotic cell that contain a genetic material, a single circular DNA molecule. Question number 22. Which cell is considered a more primitive? Prokaryotic cell is considered as the most primitive cell. Now move to part 4, the plasma membrane and cell wall related question. Question number 23. What is the plasma membrane composure? It is composed of lipid and proteins. Question number 10. What is the plasma membrane composed of? It is composed of lipid and protein. Question number 24. What is the function of plasma membrane? It acts as a semi-permeable barrier that regulates the entry and exit of substance in and out of the cells. Question number 24. What is the function of the plasma membrane? It acts as a semi-permeable barrier that regulates the entry and exit of the substance in and out of the cell. Question number 25. Why is the plasma membrane called selectively permeable membrane? Because it allows only specific substance to pass through it while preventing others. Question number 25. Why is the plasma membrane is called selectively permeable membrane? Because it allows only specific substance to pass through it while preventing others. Question number 26. What is the fluid mosaic model? It is the model that describes the structure of the plasma membrane, where lipids and protein can move laterally when the membrane giving it a fluid characters, and the pattern of proteins scattered look like a mosaic. Question number 27. What is the function of cell wall? The cell wall provides structural strength, rigidity, and protection of the cell. It also prevents the cell wall from bursting when water enters. Question number 28. Which organisms have a cell wall? Plant, fungi, algae, and bacteria. Plant, fungi, algae, and bacteria have the cell wall. Question number 29. What is the cell wall mainly made up of in plant cell? Cellulose. Question number 30. What is plasmolysis? The process where plant cells shrink away from its cell wall when placed in hypotonic concentrated solution due to the water loss. The process where plant cells shrink away from its cell wall when placed in hypotonic concentrated solution due to the water loss. Question number 31. What will happen if animal cell is placed in a hypotonic solution? It will shrink due to the loss of water by osmosis. Question number 32. What will happen if an animal cell is placed in a hypotonic solution? Answer. It will swell and may burst, lies due to the continuous entry of water. What will happen if an animal cell is placed in a hypotonic solution? It will swell and may burst, lies due to the continuous entry of water. Question number 30. Why do plant cells not burst when placed in a hypotonic solution? Because of rigid cell wall and withstand the turgor pressure and prevent the cell from bursting. Question number 34. What is the process of movement of water across semi-permeable membrane called osmosis? Question number 30. What is the process of movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane called osmosis? Question number 35. Define diffusion. The movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Define diffusion. The movement of molecule from a region of higher concentration to region of lower concentration. Question number 36. Differentiate between osmosis and diffusion. Osmosis is the movement of water across a semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion is the movement of any molecule, solid, liquid, or gas, and does not require a membrane. Now move to part 4, nucleus related question. Now question number 37. What is the function of nucleus? The nucleus control all the activity of the cell and contain hereditary materials. Question number 37. What is the function of nucleus? Question number 37. What is the function of the nucleus? The nucleus control all the activity of the cell and contain hereditary material DNA. Question number 38. What are chromosomes? Answer is the thread-like structure present in the nucleus that carry genes and are made up of DNA and proteins. Question number 38. What are the chromosomes? Answer is thread-like structure present in the nucleus that carries genes and are made up of DNA and protein. Question number 39. What are genes? Answer is the gene or functional segment of DNA that carry hereditary information and are responsible for the inheritance of characters from parent to offspring. Question number 39. What are the genes? Answer is gene or functional segment of DNA that carry hereditary information and are responsible for the inheritance of characters from parent to offspring. Question number 40. What is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA is the genetic material that carry information for the structure and functioning of an organism. Question number 41. What is the nuclear membrane? Answer is the double layer membrane that surrounds the nucleus and has pores for the exchange of material. Question number 40. What is the nuclear membrane? The double layer membrane that surround the nucleus and has pores for the exchange of material. Question number 42. What is nucleoplasm? The dense fluid present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Question number 43. What is nucleolus? A small spherical structure inside the nucleus that is involved in the synthesis of ribosome. Question number 43. What is the nucleoplasm? Question number 42. What is the nucleoplasm? The dense fluid present inside the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Question number 43. What is nucleus? A small spherical structure inside the nucleus that is involved in the synthesis of ribosome. Question number 43. What is the nucleolus? A small spherical structure inside the nucleus that is involved in the synthesis of ribosome. Question number 43. What is the nucleolus? A small spherical structure inside the nucleus that involved in synthesis of ribosome. Question number 44. What are the two major parts of chromosomes? The two chromatids are joined at the centromeres. Question number 45. What would be happen if the cell if to a cell if its nucleus is removed? The cell would eventually die as would lose its ability to control cellular activity and carry out reproduction. Now question number 46. Define The define the term nucleolide. The undefined nuclear region in a prokaryotic cell that contain a genetic material is called nucleolide. Now move to part 6, the cytoplasm related question. Question number 47. What is the cytoplasm? The jelly-like substance present between the plasma membrane and the nucleus. It is the site for the most of the cell's chemical reaction. Question number 47. What is the cytoplasm? The jelly-like substance present between the plasma membrane and the nucleus. It is the site for most of the cell chemical reaction. Question number 48. What are organelles? Question: the tiny membrane bound structure inside cell that perform specific function. Example: mitochondria, Golgi apparatus. Question now move to part 7, cell organelles, endoplasmic reticulum related question. Question number 49. What is the endoplasmic reticulum? Here, a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheet. It acts as a transport channel within the cell. Question number 49. What is the endoplasmic reticulum? Here, a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheet. It acts as a transport channel within the cell. Question number 49. What is the endoplasmic reticulum? ER. Answer: a large network of membrane bound tubes and sheet. It acts as a transport channel within a cell. Question number 50. What are the two types of ER? Rough endoplasmic reticulum RER and smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Question number 50. What are the two types of ER? Rough endoplasmic reticulum RER and smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Question number 51. Why does RER appear rough? Answer: because it has ribosome attached to its surface. Question number 52. What is the function of RER? It is involved in the synthesis and transport of protein. Question number 53. What is the function of SER? It is involved in the synthesis of lipid and deoxification of drug and poison. What is the function of SER? It involved in the synthesis of lipid and detoxification of drugs and poisons. Now part 8, cells organelle Golgi apparatus related question. Question number 54. Who discovered the Golgi apparatus? Camillo Golgi. Question number 55. What is the Golgi apparatus? Answer is that it is a stack of membrane bound flattened sacs, cisternae and vesicles. Question number 56. What are the function of the Golgi apparatus? Answer: its function includes storage, modification and packaging of products in vesicles. It also forms lysosome. Now part 9. Now we will move to part 9. Organelles, cell organelle, lysosome related question. Question number 57. Why are lysosomes known as the suicide bag of the cells? Because they contain powerful digestive enzymes that can break down, digest the cell's own compartment when the cell is damaged or dead. Question number 58. What is the functions of lysosome? Answer: they digest foreign material, food, particle and warm out cell organelles. Question number 50. Name the enzyme rich fluid inside the lysosome. Hydrolytic enzyme. Now move to part 10. Cell organelle mitochondria related question. Question number 60. Why are mitochondria called the powerhouse of the cell? Because they produce energy rich molecule ATP through the cellular respiration. Question number 61. Do mitochondria have their own DNA and ribosome? Answer is that yes, they have their own DNA and ribosome. Question number 62. What is the ATP? Answer is adenosine triphosphate. ATP is the energy currency of the cell. Question number 63. What is the cell? Which cell would have the more mitochondria, muscle cell or skin cell? Answer is the muscle cell because they require more energy for contraction. Now move to parts 11, cell organelles and plastids related question. Question number 64. Which type of cell contain plastid? Plant cell and some protists. Question number 65. What are the three types of plastid? Chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast are the three types of plastid. What are the three type of plastics? Chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplast are the three type of plastic. Question number 66. What is the function of chloroplast? They contain chlorophyll and are the site of photosynthesis. Question number 66. What is the function of chloroplast? They contain chlorophyll and are the site of photosynthesis. Question number 67. What is the function of chromoplast? Answer is they provide various color to flowers and fruit, red, yellow, orange. What is the function of chromoplast? They provide various color to the flower and fruit, red, yellow, orange. Question number 68. What is the function of leucoplast? They store food material like starch, protein, and fats. What is the function of leucoplast? They store food material like starch, protein, and fats. Question number 69. What is the green pigment present in chloroplast? Called chlorophyll. Question number 70. Which organelles is responsible for the green color of leaf chloroplast? Now move to part 12. Cell organelles and vacuoles. Question number 71. What are the vacuoles? Vacuole are storage sacs for solid or liquid content. Question number 72. How is the vacuole in plant cell different from that in an animal cell? Plant cell have a single large central vacuoles that occupy up to 90% of the cell volume. Animal cell have many small left temporary vacuoles. Question number 73. What is the cell sap? The fluid present in the vacuole of a plant cell, which contains salt, sugar, and amino acids. Question number 74. What is the function of the vacuoles in plant cell? Answer is it provides turgidity and rigidity to the cells and store various substances. Part 13. Cell organelle, ribosomes and centrosome. What are ribosomes? Question number 75. What are ribosomes? Tiny granular structure that are site of protein synthesis. Question number 76. Are ribosome membrane bound? No, they are not membrane bound. Question number 70. Where are ribosomes synthesized? Answer in the nucleus. Question number 78. What is the centrosome? Answer is the an organelle found only in animal cells containing two centrioles. Question number 79. What is the function of the centrosomes? It helps in cell division by forming the spindle fibers. Question number 14. Difference and comparison. Now, question number 80. Difference between plants and animals. Cell wall present. Plant cell is cell wall is present in animal cell absent. In plant cell chloroplast present. Animal cell absent. Vacuoles single large central vacuole present in plant cell. Many small temporary vacuole present. Centrosome absent in plant cell. Animal cell present. Shape mostly rectangular, mostly round or irregular. Now question number 81. Differentiate between RER and SER. RER has ribosome and help in protein synthesis. SER lack ribosome and help in lipid synthesis and detoxification. Question number 81. Differentiate between RER and SER. RER has ribosome and help in protein synthesis. SER lack of ribosome and help in lipid synthesis and detoxification. Question number 82. Differentiate between diffusion and osmosis. Diffusion is the movement of any substance, while osmosis is especially the movement of water across semi-permeable membrane. Diffusion is movement of any substance, while osmosis is especially the movement of water across the semi-permeable membrane. Question number 8 is differentiate between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell. Prokaryote lack up true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, while eukaryote have both. Prokaryote lack a true nucleus and membrane-bound organelles, while eukaryote have both. Question number 84. Which cell organelles is common to both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell ribosomes? Question number 85. Name the two cell organelles that have their own genetic material, mitochondria and plastic. Question number 86. Which organelles make protein? Ribosome. Question number 87. Which organelles make lipid? Answer is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, SER. Question number 80. Which organelles package protein? Golgi apparatus. Question number 89. Which organelles break down waste? Lysosome. Question number 90. Which organelle provide energy? Mitochondria. Question number 15. Application and diagram based question. 91. A plant cell is placed in the solution whose concentration is greater than the cell cell. What will happen? Water will move out of the cell by osmosis and the cell will undergo plasmolysis. Question number 92. What are lysosome? Why are lysosome important for white blood cell? WBC. Answer: WBC use the enzyme in lysosome to digest foreign pathogen like bacteria that enter the body. Question number 92. WBC use the enzyme in lysosome digest foreign pathogen like bacteria that enter the body. Answer is that why do onion peels after being in water appear different from those peeled in air? In air, the eye get irritated because the cells break and release sulfuric compound in water. The compound get diluted and do not cause irritation. Why do onion peel after being in water appear different from those peel in air? In air, the eyes get irritated because the cell break the release sulfuric compound. In water, the compound get diluted and do not cause irritation. If the organization of cell is destroyed due to the some physical or chemical influence, what will happen? The cell will not be able to perform its basic function like respiration, nutrition, excretion, etc., and will ultimately die. Question number 94. If organization of cell is destroyed due to the some physical or chemical influence, what will happen? The cell will not be able to perform its basic function like respiration, nutrition, excretion, etc., and will ultimately die. Question number 95. Where do the lipid and protein constituting the plasma membrane get synthesized? Answer: lipid are synthesized in the smooth endoplasmic reticulum SER. Protein are synthesized in the ribosome on SER. Question number 96. How does amoeba obtain its food? By the process of endocytosis, where the cell's membrane engulfs the food particle. Question number 97. What is the function of the nucleolus? Synthesis of ribosomal RNA and assembly of the ribosome. Question number 98. Why are chloroplasts found only in the plant cell? Answer is that because they are required for photosynthesis, a process that only plant and some protists perform the make their own foods. Question number 99. Draw a bell-label diagram of a plant cell. Answer: a diagram showing cell wall, plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, chloroplast, vacuole, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome. Now question number 100. Draw a bell-label diagram of animal cell. A diagram showing plasma membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus, mitochondria, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosome, lysosome, and centrosome. So guys, I hope the comprehensive list help you and master the chapter. Best of luck for your with your studies, guys. ये वीडियो अगर आपको अच्छी लगे तो प्लीज़ लाइक एंड सब्सक्राइब। जय हिंद, जय भारत।